Hi, my name is Gurjot Singh, and today I'll be discussing the Google versus Oracle Americas case, a landmark legal battle that significantly influenced copyright laws and technology. So, an analyst of legal implications and industry impact. So this presentation explores the intense legal battles between Google and Oracle, and we'll dive into the copyright infringement allegations made by Oracle and Google's defense based on the fair use doctrine, a case that's reshaped our understanding of digital copyright. So also Google countered with the fair use doctrine, claiming that their use of APIs was transformative and non-commercial. And the parties involved in this case was Google and Oracle. So before we get into the legal details, let's briefly look at the parties involved. So Google is a global technology giant, well known for its search engine, Android OS, and various digital services, such as the web browser as well. Oracle, on the other hand, is a leader in enterprise software specializing in database management and cloud applications. So meaning just storing stuff in the cloud and stuff like that. And the key legal arguments for this case, Oracle accused Google of copyright infringement for using Java APIs and Android without proper authorization. So they argued that these APIs, as part of their Java software, are copyright material. So as you can see on the slide, Oracle's position, Oracle argued that Google's use of APIs was unauthorized and infringed compromise, and Google defended their actions under the fair use doctrine, claiming that their use of Java APIs was transformative and essential for Android's interoperability, which they argued did not harm Oracle's market. So the Supreme Court's ruling on this case ultimately ruled in Google's side, saying that it is with the fair use doctrine. They're not doing anything illegal. They're doing everything that's technically legal, and there's no harm in what they're doing. So the impact that this had on the software industry, let's first discuss the impacts. Firstly, the ruling had encouraged the proliferation of open source software, fostering an environment of innovation and collaboration. It also emphasized the importance of clear licensing agreements to avoid such disputes. So as you can see on the slides, this is open source. The decision has encouraged the use of open source licensing. The ruling has highlighted the importance of clear licensing agreements and fair use provisions. So basically everything's set in stone. It's cleared out. There's no different verbiage or anything that's not making sense. So it's clear and visible. So this is the rules. This is what it's supposed to be. So if another company tries to steal another company's ideas or product, that is a copyright issue, and that's going to be a big no-no. So the key takeaways. From this case includes reaffirmation of the fair use doctrine, which supports innovation and creativity. And the case also highlights the ongoing needs to balance copyright protection with the necessities of interoperability in tech. So copyright, the court's decision reaffirms the importance of the fair use doctrine in promoting the innovation. So there's number 1, fair use, number 2, copyright, 3, interoperability, and 4, open source. So the open source basically is something where it's code sharing, where it's multiple companies can come together and use kind of the same idea. Like, for example, the internet, no one owns the internet. Everyone has their own different version of the internet, such as Google, Firefox, Microsoft, Word? No, not Microsoft Word. Microsoft Edge, all that stuff. Internet Explorer. That's what the open source is basically implicating. So for the future implications, looking forward, we see continued debates on copyright laws as they pertain to software. The needs for clear licensing agreements remains critical, as does the ongoing discussions about the balance between protecting original work and allowing innovation through interoperability. So this basically means, like I said in the other slide as well, going forward, all companies out there in the world know what they can and cannot do. They can't just steal ideas from another company, but they can use their ideas in certain ways to help enhance their company. Meaning, like, for example, smartwatch and like the Apple Watch and the Google Watch. Obviously, they're both smartwatches, but Apple has their own version of a smartwatch and Google has their own version of a smartwatch. It's not like one owns the other. It's an idea that was thrown out there that both companies can use, which is smartwatch, but both companies have their own different ways of how the smartwatch operates. So in conclusion, the Google versus Oracle decision marks a transferable ruling in the realm of the copyright law, underlining the crucial roles of the fair use in promoting technological advances and setting a precedent that will influence future legal and industry practices. And yeah,